follow us on foodmadeinitaly.eu.
Eccoci di nuovo con voi su Food.
Hello everybody, here we are again. That's your favorite food channel about Italian cuisine, and we're Claudia and Marilu from the Italian Cuisine Cooking School Allegri Fornelli. Today we will prepare our yummy, delicious chocolate cake. It's quick to make and absolutely smashing.
As Claudia just said, this cake is very quick and easy to prepare. We are used to going to the supermarket to buy industrial snacks and cookies. Let's go back into the habit of making cakes by ourselves. It won't take longer than drive to the supermarket and back. Forget this idea about taking long time to baking a cake. Go back to the old lovely habits. You'll see your cake will be easy to make and very tasteful. It will be delicious. I've never seen anybody saying that this cake is not nice, neither adults nor kids. They all love it. Besides, since we'll be using potato starch, this recipe is perfectly suitable for celiac sprue sufferers. There isn't any kind of flours in it. We already put water to boil in a saucepan to make a bain-marie. Bain-marie simply consists in taking a small container in which you put what you need melting and placing it in a bigger saucepan containing hot or boiling water. In this case, we will need to melt some dark chocolate, no milk chocolate please, just dark chocolate with at least 50% cocoa. You will find it written on the wrapping paper. You should always check on the label the proportion of cocoa. The more cocoa, the better. We will follow recipes in different ways according to this proportion. What I suggest is simply to get the best you can find in your supermarket. Having said that, this recipe calls for sugar, butter, yes, we are going to add the starch, eggs and your milk with chocolate. Try to find nice eggs and nice butter too. Let's get started with this bain-marie. Meanwhile, in a small saucepan we put milk, butter.
Should it be soft, Marilu?
No, not necessarily, because boiling with milk, it'll melt into it. No need to take the butter out of the fridge before, no need to remember anything before you start doing this recipe. Just open the fridge and the cupboard and sugar. Now, we put the saucepan over the heat and let the milk boil. The butter melt and the sugar dissolve. Since we are going to pour over the chocolate the hot mixture of milk and cocoa, there's no need to melt it till liquid. It'll melt completely once the milk is in it. Let's get a springform cake tin ready. In this kind of bakeware, the sides and the base are held together with a latch. The bottom can be easily removed. Okay, let's put the pieces together. These cake tins are very convenient in a variety of recipes. However, it happens sometimes that the latch loosens and the base and walls won't fit tight. That's why we are going to use baking paper. Baking paper is
magical.
Magical maybe not,
Really useful.
and it's common. We can easily find it in a supermarket. It's called baking paper because it can go into the oven. Now, Claudia.
Yes.
May I ask you to wet it? We are going to wet it so it will fit into the cake tin.
Let me check the chocolate.
Okay, chocolate is doing well. In the other saucepan, butter is completely melted. We'll wait until the milk starts boiling. And then we'll pour it on the melted chocolate. How are you doing, Claudia?
I think it's ready.
Perfect. Let's remove it. And mind, it's hot. How are we getting on with this chocolate mixture?
It's all melted, look!
Okay, we whisked everything together until smooth. Now we are going to add the eggs. We got 5 eggs. We only need 3
Yolks.
3 yolks and 2 whole eggs. Perfect. Add the eggs like this and keep on whisking. We don't want to whip the mixture. You will see that by adding the eggs, our chocolate cream will thicken a bit. Now, we'll whisk in the yeast and potato starch.
What shall I put in first?
We can put them together, it's not a problem. Potato starch is ever so light. For its characteristics, it's used in many recipes. For instance, to prepare roasted meat. It can also replace flour, and it's suitable for celiac sufferers, the number of which has increased so much lately. To replace flour, you can also use maize starch, especially for making sauces. Now, the only thing you should be aware of is that by adding yeast to hot milk, your blend will raise immediately, so we suggest using a bowl deep enough. Now we mix the chocolate cream with potato starch and yeast. Keep on stirring. A couple of minutes are enough to incorporate the ingredients.
Do you need a silicone scraper?
Yes, please. Do you know what a scraper is? A scraper is a kitchen tool. Would you mind showing it, Claudia?
You are.
It's a very simple kitchen tool. The blade is made of rubber and can be often removed. Chefs call it Marisa, but I never understood why. I believe it comes from the French. At this stage, we'll pour our mixture into the cake tin and with the spatula clean around the side of the cake tin. Here we are.
We don't throw anything.
As you can see, there's very little left.
Let's cut the paper we don't need. Here it is.
Here we are. Here we are now. We are going to put the cake in the oven at 180 degrees for about 15 minutes. Okay, Claudia, now.
It's ready.
It's ready. Our chocolate cake is done. We have to turn it upside down. To do so, we place our cake on a plate first. Then we cover it with the bottom of our cake tin. Turn it upside down. Remove the making paper. That's a kind of magical trick. Oh, we wasted a bit of cake. Never mind. Voila. That's your cake. I would dust it with icing sugar. As it cools, your cake will sink a bit in the middle. It's normal, don't worry. It's supposed to be moist inside. This is not the kind of cake you would feel. Now, it's time to cut it. If you like, you could top it with some fresh strawberries. Today we'll serve it like this, with some crème anglaise, which we already prepared together. Do you remember?
Do you remember that?
To remember that, it's the delightful pudding custard used as a dessert cream or as a garnish. We'll spread it on the bottom of the plate, on which we'll place our slice of cake. We happen to have a leaf of
Here it is. Look.
of mint. That will give a bit of color to the dish. Here we are, and this is your chocolate cake. That's faster than driving to the supermarket, I promise you. Enjoy your cake. Bye!
Bye.
Follow us on foodmadeinitaly.eu.